Hello students, in the series of videos based on Vedic Maths tricks, this is the third video, and in this video we are going to learn multiplication of two-digit numbers whose tens place digits are 1. For example, 12, 14, 13, 15, 17, 19 and 16. So these numbers actually are from 11 to 19. So it is already written that multiplication of numbers from 11 to 19. So what is the benefit of learning this? The benefit is that this will help you to find the square of these numbers, that is from 11 to 19 in seconds. Okay, so let's learn. So the first problem is 12 multiplied by 14. How do we do that? See, the method is like this. Just pay attention. The method is like this. You will multiply these ones place digits. Okay, 2 times 4 will give you how much? You will write 8. Now you can add these two ones place digit and write over here just next to that. And finally the tens place digit will also get multiplied and written down here. Easy, isn't it? Now if you apply the same trick here, it will be like what? Just imagine, yes, 3 times 4 is 12, so we will write 2 and 1 will be carried over here, so this is your carried over number. Now as I said that you will be adding these ones place digit, so 3 plus 4 is 7, but this carried over number will also be added, so it will become 8. Okay, so we will write 8. Now finally the final step is to multiply the tens place digit, that means 1 times 1 is 1, so it is your answer. You can check in the calculator. Okay, so suppose this is 15 times 17. Again I'm doing quick. Okay, 5 times 7 is 35. You can write 5, 3 in your mind, or you can write down. Initially you can write down, practice it with that, then you can calculate it mentally because you are learning speed maths techniques. Okay, so 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 3 is 15. You can write 5 again, and one more is carried over to be added to the multiplication of the tens place digit, that is 1 into 1 is 1, and then 1 plus is giving you 2. So 255 is your number. Now you can do this yourself. Okay, give a pause and do that. Yes, your answer should be like this. 9 times 6 is, yes, 54. So 5 will be carried over. 9 plus 6 is, yes, 15, plus this 5 will be added to give you how much? 20. So for that you will write 0 and 2 will be carried over again. This 2 will be added to the product of this tens place digit, that is 1 times 1 is 1, and then plus 2, that is 3. So this is the technique, and you can use this when you have this kind of multiplication before you, isn't it? Now as I told you that the benefit is you can find the square of the numbers from 11 to 19 in seconds, how it goes. Now if I give you to find the square of 18, then you can think that yes, 18 square means 18 times 18, right? Or in a column method you can write like this, 18 multiplied by 18. Now whichever way you find easy to calculate you can do. Here I think 8 times 8 is 64, so you can write 4. 6 is carried over number. 6 will be added to the addition of 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 6 is 22. 2 will be written down. 2 is again carried over, which will be added to the product of the tens place digit. So it is going to be 3, isn't it? Okay, so you can find the answer like this. Okay, for anything. Check with 19 square, you can check with 17 square, you can check with 15 square, isn't it? So I hope you have learned this technique. You have to practice on maybe 20-25 questions like this. You can make your own questions. Okay, just write the numbers whose tens place digits are 1. The number should be from 11 to 19. In this slide you can see that the topic is multiplication of two-digit numbers whose ones place digits are 1. Now it is opposite. Earlier it was 12 multiplied by 14. This time it is 21 multiplied by 41. So what is the rule here? almost same. See, you have to multiply the ones place digit and write it down. Now you will be adding the tens place digit here. 2 plus 4 gives you 6. You can write down next to that on the left side. And then finally you can multiply these tens place digit. That will give you how much? 8. And that is your answer. Again, see here, 1 times 1, that are the units place digit, will give you 1. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 5 times 3 is 15. That's it. Yes, here it is what? 1. Always it will come 1, right? 1 time 1 will always come 1. So you can write 1 as a unit digit anytime in this kind of problem. Now 6 plus 4 is 10. You can write 0. 1 is carried over number. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 plus 1 is 25. So directly you can write like that. So see how fast you can do. 1 and then 5 and then 5, 5. How? Because 9 plus 6 is 15, so I wrote 5 and 1 was carried over number. 9 times 6 was 54 and then 1 was added to give us 55. So 5,551 was the product of 91 and 61. Okay, so it's up to you. I mean, you can find the answers anyway, isn't it? You can try even for the 3-digit number, for example, 121 multiplied by 111, for example. Okay, so how can you do that? You see the product of unit digit is going to be 1, and now you consider this 12 and 11, okay, as your tens place digit. So 12 tens and 11 tens is here, it means, okay. So as I told you that you will be adding these two. So 12 plus 11 gives you how much? 23. So you will write 3 and 2 will be carried over number. 12 times 11, now you have to multiply 12 times 11. So 12 times 11, 132, isn't it? 132 plus 2 will give you 134. So you can find it that way as well. Okay, you can go further if you really know how to multiply 2 digits number faster. It is just an example for that. Okay. So in this slide, you can see that the topic is multiplication of numbers that end in 5. Okay, so the numbers that end in 5 are of many categories actually. So this is one kind of a category where both the numbers are same, like 15, then multiplied by 15, 35 multiplied by 35, 45 by 45. It's a kind of a square of the number. It's a kind of a square of the number, okay, a square of the number. So here it is very easy actually. See, if this scenario, if you find the problem, you just do one thing. See, for last 2 digits it will be 25 everywhere, 25. You can write blindly that 25 is gonna come. After writing 25, you will see that the number left is same. So what you are going to do is, you will take one of the number and multiply by the next to that number. Like if it is 1, then multiply 1 by 2 to write over here. So it will be 2. So 15 times 15 is 225. Likewise here, it is 3. So multiply by the next number. Okay, 3 times 4, that will give you 12. Like 5 times 6, it will give you 30. 9 times 10, that will give you 90. And this is our answer. Very easy, isn't it? Okay, so suppose I give you a number 45 times 45, okay, which can be written like this, 45 square. Same scenario. So you can see here whether it is written like this or this. You know that this has to be multiplied by the next number, 4 times 5, that is 20, and then 25. That is your answer. So, okay, so let's move to the next category. Here, in the next category also we have some subcategories, like with both the different numbers. And now it won't be 15 times 15 or 25 times 25. In this category you will find the numbers, they are different. But yes, they are ending in 5. They are ending in 5, but the numbers will be different. Like 95 multiplied by 35, different numbers. 35 multiplied by 55, different number, right? So what do we do here? Now in this category 1, you can see one thing, that the tens place digit is an even number. Tens place digit is an even number. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 5 is 8, 5 plus 7 is 12, and 9 plus 3 is also 12. So these are even numbers. Okay, so what will happen here in this scenario? You can blindly write 25 for the first two digits. Okay, here you can blindly write 25 for the first digit. Why? The reason being that the sum of tens place digits are even. Okay, even. Otherwise you cannot write 25. Okay, now what? You will multiply this to this and write it down. So 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, is it our answer? No. Now the next is you have to add something. What we are going to add it? The average of these two numbers. I mean half of the addition of these two numbers. So 3 plus 1. Okay, you can write like this. 3 plus 1 by 2. Kind of a stuff. This will be this kind of a scenario. Okay, so it is going to be 5. You can check. 3 plus 4 by 2, that means 3 plus 2, that is 5. Okay, so this is extra job you have to do. What? You will multiply this 3 times 5, that is 15. You can write 15, but plus you have to do something. Okay, what is the addition to this 15? Half of the sum of these two digits, that is 5 plus 3 is 8. So half of 8 is 4. So you will add 4 to get your numbers here, and that is it. You understood it very well. So 5 times 7 is how much? 35. In 35 you are going to add half of the addition of these two numbers. Okay, 5 and 7 gives you 12. So half of 12 is 6. So 35 plus 6 will give you how much? 41. And that is the number you will be writing here. And here what will be the scenario? 5 times 5 is 25. As I told you, if the sum of the rest of the numbers other than 5 are even, then you can blindly write 25. And now you will just multiply these rest of the numbers. Okay, that will give you 27, and to that 27 you have to add something. What is the addition? Is the half of the sum of these numbers. Okay, so 9 plus 3 is 12. So half of 12 is 6. So 27 plus 6 is 33. Okay, and that is going to be your answer. I hope you understand. Okay, let's see in the next category. So in the next category is that you will find the sum of the tens place digit as odd, like 4 plus 1 is 5, which is odd number. Okay, 3 plus 6 is 9, that is odd number, odd number, odd number. So everywhere you will find odd. If you find odd numbers, okay, then what you have to do is you can write blindly 75 here. When the sum of the rest number were even, then we used to write 25. Now here you will be writing 75. Okay, yes. And now what is the scenario? Next we have to do is again same process. You will multiply this rest of the number, that is your 4. Okay, and you have to add something. What you are going to add? You will be adding like, see, kind of stuff you will be doing. Add these numbers, do -1 and then divide by. So if it is 4 plus 1, that is 5. Subtract 1 from 5, it is 4. Then half of that is 2. So 4 plus 2 will give you how much? 6, and that you can write down. Understood? One more. Okay, one more example here. Let's take this example. Because you saw 8 plus 5, that is 13. This 8 plus 5, that is 13. That is in an odd number. For being odd, you had to write 75. Now, 8 times 5 is 40. That you can think of, that 8 times 5 is 40. Plus, what we have to add? 8 plus 5 is 13. Subtract 1, that is 12. Half of 12 is what? 6. So you can think that much fast to write your answer directly, isn't it? For example, here I think you can try. Give a pause and try your level best, okay? And see how many seconds does it take. I hope it's done now. Now check with my answer, okay? What is the answer here? 6 times 3 is 18. Then plus how much? 6 plus 3 is 9, by the way. Okay, so 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 by 2 is 4. So 18 plus 4 is 22. You can check in your calculator. Simple. So here also, because addition of 9 and 2 is odd numbers, so we wrote 25. And for the next numbers, we will check what is the multiplication and half of the addition kind. Okay, 9 times 2 is 18, and 9 plus 2 is 11, minus 1 is 10. 10 by 2 is 5. So 18 plus 5 is, isn't it? Very easy. I think you have got it. Now, everything depends on your practice. The more you practice, the better you become, okay, in calculation, or faster you become in calculation. So if you practice every day like 5 to 10 questions, okay, and also regularly, then you can have mastery on this for sure. Okay, so I hope you can practice at home, like for example 75 multiplied by 25. Okay, what will be the answer? The answer will be, you have to write blindly 75, because 7 plus 2 is going to give you odd number. So now 7 times 2 is 14, and then just add one number less to 1. Okay, like you can add 7 plus 1, that is 8, or 2 plus 6, that is 8. Okay, and then half of that is 4. So 7 times 2 was 14, and then 4 will be added. That will give you 18, and that's it. That's it. Okay, and that is how you solve the questions like this. So that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed a lot. You have learned a lot. So if you practice at home, you can have mastery on this. See you in the next videos for more tricks and different problems and different tricks that we use in multiplication. Till then, keep learning. Do some practice at home so that you become a master on this. Take care. Bye.